Hello, Kurt and Roger. We've been talking about the awesome proposal you're cooking up for a Media Alliance and have watched your video and shared screenshots of it. So we're just going to go ahead and uh, propose an idea for you all. Passing the feather.
Well, Jamin, I think you'll have to lay out a few bullet points. I think a lot of us can act in a sports metaphor like color commentators, but I think it's best if you actually set the table for Roger and Kurt in terms of whatever the version of concise is of like what are you trying to get to, and then how you're going to reverse engineer it, maybe. And then all of us are, it's easier for all of us to say, well, here's a little piece of that, maybe here's a little piece. And then we build a full picture by the end, I think.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So the basic idea is a network of networks of conversations. So all those different transformational groups that you've put in your slides, um, they're all having conversations. Now, all of these conversations are, for the most part, quite fragmented from each other. Each network is a bit of a fiefdom. Yes, there are some connections here and there, but the general rule is separation. And so, what if we were to create both a map of all the different conversations that are happening and a sort of universal calendar of all of these conversations and ask each one, hey, are you in terms of being open to cross-pollinating with all the other conversations? So you commit to two things. One, opening your doors to letting other people come and pop in and, cross-pollinate with you. And are you willing to go on field trips to other conversations in the network of networks? And then the medium is the message, right? So the very fact of this network of networks of transformational conversations, that medium becomes the message, and the message can be delivered so as concisely as, for example, um, humanity is coming together in conversation to co-create intentionally the transition. Well, the transition to what? And instead of trying to answer that right away, we simply let the medium be the message. Co-creating the transition period. What's the transition going to be? Well, until you're here, you, whoever you are listening to this message, until you hear, it will not be perfect. With you here, now it's perfect. That's one of our themes and memes here at the Friday night block party where we're coming at you now. And so the message to everyone is come join the party, come join the network of networks of conversations, create your own conversation or join someone else's, create your own network of conversations or join someone else's and or join someone else's. And a given conversation can find its home in multiple networks. Why not? And we all promote each other. All networks promote all other networks that they sympathize with, that they're aware of. And then that way it can grow organically. It can start with a sort of an ice nine seed crystal and then grow from there as more and more people fall in to this beautiful contradance of conversations and uh, find their collective, we all find our collective spirit in this contradance of conversations. And that's how we break out of the tyranny of solitude, the tyranny of separation and ego and fiefdoms. And we just kind of, anyway, with that, I'm going to pass the feather.
And share what's in our hearts, because this is the time to heal old issues that no longer serve us and be there for each other and hold each other emotionally and nurture each other, because through that comes creativity and innovation for our new planet, which will rest from its old ways and cleanse its air and cleanse the oceans. And the oceans will clear themselves because the air, the spray of the oceans will arise and come back cleansed from the universe. And there will be so much happening that it will be a very exciting and pure way to live. But we must join together to bring everyone together to raise the energy so that we are one and we are looking after each other, and everybody is having food on the earth, and everybody does not have to pay to live in the way we have always done this. So join us and help us by sharing your gifts with us, and we will share our gifts with you. And it will be magic to be all together in a great circle of collective consciousness and a beautiful energy. And I pass the feather.